Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I thought I would show y'all a different vantage point here. I needed to put some shoes on, and the front of the house past the deck is a terrace. Is a slope, a slant, like I told you. And just thought, I haven't even walked down here yet, so I got some shoes on and I walked down here. I'm checking it out a little bit and just thought I'd do a video here. Towards the end I'll pan around a little bit, but I'm going to do a couple of full videos from on this area with a specific focus in the not too distant future. Anyhow, I've been thinking about lately, and if you can tell from my videos, I get outside of raw veganism. I don't even really consider myself hardcore, fully raw vegan, and I like the fact that a lot of high carb vegans, can you guys hear that? That's a flock of the little green parrots, the little guys about that big, man. They sometimes just come through here in huge flocks and make a ton of noise. Always nice. But, as I've been thinking more and more, and I've just been pulling out more and more from different areas of social media or different places that just don't serve me. Like I said, following up that energy video, it's all about the energy. And a lot of places that I go, and they'll serve me for a while, and I don't have any thing against certain places. It's just not for me. A lot of times when I'm saying these things, just remember that I'm saying they're not for me. It never was supposed to be about this. It never was like that in the beginning. And from the very beginning of finding out about raw veganism, and I was high on it immediately, and I went very high raw, but from day one I just decided this isn't the end all be all. And I watched people that's basically all they got going is the raw vegan thing, or even other forms, all they got going is the food. You can substitute raw vegan for other, there's other ways of eating that have kind of the same mentality, but for me there's just so much more. And it's much bit here's the way I was kind of thinking about it the other night, and the way I would kind of sum it up. The raw veganism, the way changing my diet, the way I eat, cleaning my body out, getting a lot of that garbage, sludge, bad living for so many years, that was just kind of the beginning. It just opened up. It was just like the portal to to clean things up, to be able to do the real work, to be able to explore other areas, and be able to make a difference out there. Because it's I see so many people, they're a one-trick pony. All they're ever doing is talking about food. They're in groups about food. Their videos are totally about food. And like I say, that's cool. Everybody's vibe is everybody's vibe. Not knocking that. It's just that that's not my thing, and I don't ever want it to be. There's the food is not going to get you there. There's too many people that think the food, this certain way of eating, that certain way of eating is an end all be all. And it's not. I've eaten this clean before in different places, and I've eaten cleaner than this probably at times before in different places, and I still don't have the feeling I have now, because I have connection. I'm connected to the earth. I got good air. I've got a lot of space. I'm in a place where I'm happy. Your mood is so important. And if I'd have just stopped on the raw vegan thing, and also that would have gotten boring very quickly. Now, that doesn't mean I'm gonna, I'm not one of those. I'm not making the big announcement on YouTube, I'm no longer raw vegan, and giving you a bunch of BS excuses. I'm probably gonna be higher raw vegan than ever. I think probably after a 5-month period here and not being in the States, I imagine the States is going to be a lot cleaner next time. So if anything, don't misunderstand the message. I'm not going in a direction away from raw vegan. I'm going, as the video says, I want to go beyond raw vegan and focus on these other things. I feel like, except for a few tweaks here and there, I've pretty much figured out, I've kind of got the diet down, or I've got it I've got it where I want it to be right now. There'll always be evolving, there'll always be, learning some new things. But the base, the fruits, the greens, the amount of fat, the hydration, the variety of fruits, it's all the omega-3s. I'm just trying to think of everything. I've kind of got, I'm kind of close. I just am clarifying because, I mean, you know, I don't want to say I've got the diet down and people say, well, oh, that's, you don't ever have it, or you're not perfect. No, I'm not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. But yeah, just, you know, and also too, the food thing, like, it just it took me in a different direction apparently than it did a lot of people. Like, it just it makes a lot of people angry, the whole food thing. People just get into this whole you know, it's like religion or politics. It's like, I see people in groups, and I swear, I always want to say, but I don't, because I don't engage and I don't really care to get into the back and forth. Like, why don't you just go find a group of like-minded people, populate that group, and you guys discuss what you want to discuss, except those little, you know, people that are in the groups that are just constantly bickering, constantly telling somebody they're not doing the eating properly. And, you know, they don't get it, and they never will, and I don't say anything, but they don't get it. You know, they're just missing out on so many levels. And sometimes I even, like, by their demeanor, I kind of question what they're eating, because, you know, I never was a nasty SOB, but I know changing what I was putting into my body changed my whole consciousness, and it also brought me to more of a loving consciousness than I was ever at before. I'm never going to be you know, a soft, cuddly, lovey-dovey, love and light all the time type person. I've got lots of contradictory viewpoints in my life, and I'm complicated, let's just say that. And I still have a little bit of the darkness in me, which I will always keep, because every society always needed those people that could do what needed to be taken care of in your tribe, in your society. But for the most part, I mean, I'm mellow. I love everybody. I don't care what you eat. I'd love it to death if you're vegan, but if you're eating vegan especially, I don't care how you're doing it. Just do it. And yeah, I'm just going to continue on this channel to start exploring. You know, there'll still be plenty. I mean, you know, food is still going to be the main theme, but I'm going to share these explorations. I want to share these little things, these what I like to call little life hacks or little health hacks, just little quick things, quick shares here and there. That's why I'm more active, excuse me, a lot more real time in Instagram, and very much more real time in Snapchat. Just showed the cabin I'm going to be staying in for the next 6 days. Now, it's a nice departure. It's you know, I've been roaming around in the big house. This is back to living very small, but I love it, and I'll do a video from the cabin in a few days. But anyhow, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, and maybe give some food for thought. If you're overly consumed with the whole food part of it, you know, maybe give a thought to there's other stuff out there. Air, water, you know, because just to finish up, we can go for a long time without food. We can go for a certain amount of time without water, but we can't go for much long without air. So maybe there's where the priorities lie: air, water, food, instead of vice versa. But anyhow, just some things to think about. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Oh, let me pan around real quick, and like I say, I'll do another proper one. If you can tell, that's the house back over my shoulder, and this is kind of the slope, or you can see the terrain, like how down low I am. There is, I don't know if you can see it, I'm not going to stick my head in there, but there's a mango tree somewhere in there, but it's not producing right now. Everything's a different climate here, so sometimes places, and of course I'll give you one more view of the valley. Anyhow, I hope you liked that one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you are having a beautiful day. Peace.